Hey guys, I'm Allison. I'm the Pampered Wife. I've had a few requests to review the Kosas Cloud Set Setting Powder, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go over the product itself, how I use it, and then the pros, the cons, and my final thoughts. So this is the Kosas Cloud Set Setting Powder. It's a baked powder. It comes in this cute plastic packaging, which is very on point for Kosas's rebranding. It's a baked powder, and we will talk about what's happened here a little bit later. It's described as a clean vegan powder baked with liquid skincare to visibly improve skin over time. And it's silicone-free, talc-free, cruelty-free, vegan, as I already said, as well as gluten-free. It does have the skincare ingredients it talked about, including jojoba seed oil and some other oils, as well as bamboo stem extract to reduce shine, passion fruit leaf extract to smooth the skin, and Chinese peony to minimize the look of pores. So I'm going to show you myself applying it. I like to use a flat, stiff, densely packed brush, and I tap it into the product, tap it onto my face, all over, and then I go back in and I buff it in with circular motions around my face. I do not like to use it under my eyes though. I find that I prefer something else. Today I use the Ilia Soft Focus Setting Powder. I believe that's what it's called, yes, Soft Focus Finishing Powder is what I used under my eyes today, and on one spot up here in my forehead. I did have all of my makeup applied already before I started putting the powder on in the video. I used a tinted SPF moisturizer because I wanted something with not very much coverage so you could see how much coverage the powder did or didn't give me. Kosas claims that the powder is a super soft, sheer setting, smoothing powder baked with skincare actives that sweeps away shine, not glow. Feels like nothing, looks like everything, and locks look into place, no caking, settling, or creasing. So those are the claims. I'm going to address those as we go on. First, we're going to talk about the pros. The first pro is it has 10 shades, and it's a really nice range of shades from very pale to pretty deep, quite deep actually. I have the shade Breezy, and it does open this way. The top doesn't screw off like I always think it does. I expect I'll break this sometime soon. And it is soft to touch. It really is nice and soft, silky feeling. Here it is on my hand. You can see it's a great shade match. And I'll shear it out some or rub it in so you can see how it blends into the skin so beautifully. I mean, you just can't even see it on my skin. So this is a really good match for me. You don't need to be exact in any way because it does shear out as you put it on. It does supply a little bit of coverage, and you can see that, I hope, in the video where I'm putting it on or applying it. It absolutely provides a skin-like blurred finish that I think is really pretty. It's not drying at all, absolutely doesn't get rid of any glow like it talks about. It's completely unscented, which I so appreciate. And after I filmed that, where I put this on, I then went back in with a cream blush. It's actually the Tower 28 Beach Please After Hours. Oh, it's one of my new Sephora purchases. And this is the shade. I love it. But anyway, I just tapped it in on top of the powder. It was very easy to blend in. I also went in with some RMS Madeira bronzer, which is just part of this trio. And it's this one right here. So that also went on beautifully on top of the powder. So I found I can use either cream or powder on top of it. Again, that's another great plus. And another thing that I like is just the fact that it's a baked powder, which means it's really portable, travel friendly. It's not gonna, get all over like all your loose powders do. Now as for the cons, first, we'll talk about this divot here, rather large divot. I actually took my thumb and dug right into it because this developed hard pan like the second time I ever used it. You can see what I'm talking about here, how it just got all hard It turned a little bit shiny, and I could not get any product onto any powder brush. That was really frustrating and disappointing, and so I feel like, not that I've ever made it through a powder, but I feel like I wasted quite a bit of powder just digging in. I, may have dug out more than I needed to, but I didn't know how much I needed to dig out. And you can see this one spot is hanging on that I didn't get to it with my thumb, and it is not getting worn down, even though I've continued to use this product. So that's one negative for me. Let me know if you've had that experience. I don't know of anyone else having it, but it happened to me, so I'm sure it's happened to someone else. Second, it took a while for me to figure out how to use this product. I usually use a fluffy brush to apply my powders. Now I usually use a loose powder, and just a little bit, I dip it into the loose powder, tap it off, and then brush it around my face. And that's pretty much it. I hardly ever tap twice. I don't use very much, but with this product, that really didn't work. You'll see in the video, I tap in quite a few times. Every time I move to a different area of my face, I tap into the powder and add more to, pat into my face. I tap into the powder, add more to my face. I feel like I use a lot of this product. And I finally figured out to use the flat, short-haired brush with it. That made a huge difference, totally changed everything. Part of what took me so long to figure out how to use it is that it isn't at all drying or mattifying, and so I couldn't tell if I had enough on or how much I had on. I could only tell a little bit by looking where I had already placed it, because it does blend so seamlessly into the skin and it just blurs the complexion, but it doesn't get rid of any of the tackiness on my face or the shine. That was confusing to me. I'd never had a powder that I couldn't even feel the difference on my face, much less see it, other than looking for some blurring effects. Another con for me is that it does not do anything for creasing. You can see here around my mouth, there's definite creasing in here. I don't find it does anything for creasing, which is why I don't use it under my eyes. My under eyes don't look so great today, but that's because of allergies and some other things. But I really don't like this product under my eyes at all. On the one hand, it isn't drying, and that's nice that my under eyes then don't look dry, but at the same time, it doesn't do anything for creasing or setting my concealer, so it's no good for under my eyes as far as I'm concerned. A little iced coffee. I think as far as Kosas claims go that it's a super soft, sheer setting and smoothing powder, I agree. It's super soft, it's sheer, not completely sheer, but it adds a little bit of coverage, but it is sheer and it is smoothing, but I wouldn't say it's setting because of all the reasons I just said, that, I still crease and my skin still feels tacky, that it sweeps away shine, not glow. I don't know about that. To me, it really doesn't do that. My skin isn't particularly shiny, but I do not want to be so shiny right here, and I have to go in with a different powder to get rid of that shine. Same with right here. I don't want to be so shiny, and if I don't want to have that so shiny, I have to go in with another product. I don't feel that that's a natural glow or anything attractive that I would not want my powder to cover up. It goes on, the claim says, it feels like nothing, which I've said I totally agree with, looks like everything. It really does look beautiful. As I said, blurs the skin, and as the day goes on, it just sinks into the skin even more and just looks better and better. They also claim that it locks everything into place, no caking, settling, or creasing, and I've talked about that I definitely get settling or creasing, at least here, also, above my lips here where I did actually put the powder, but it does not look cakey. I agree with that. So my final thoughts are, if you're looking for a product that is going to help blur the skin, maybe set some of your product in place, but not do any mattifying, and it won't dry you out at all, this is a great product. Probably if you have drier skin, it's great because it does have oils baked into it. It's travel friendly. They've got all those shades, a nice variety, a nice range, which is really fantastic as well. and it does have those skincare ingredients in it that over time should do something, I'm not sure what, but something nice for your skin. However, it's not what I'm looking for in a finishing powder. I want something that is gonna set my makeup in place and get rid of the tackiness that my skincare and foundation have left, plus my SPF, which I tend to use mineral SPFs, and so they're a little greasier and thicker, and I really need something to set them down. Also, I want something to take away the shine in certain places, like I said, on my forehead here and under my eyes. I also want something that's a little easier to use. For me, like I said, this turned hard pan very quickly. It took me a long time to figure out how to use it, and I feel like I use a lot of product, tapping into my face, going back in, and then going all back over and blurring it around. It's not a whole lot of work, but it's just more work than I'm looking for, and I'd rather use one powder that can go under my eyes and all over my face and be done. I think I'm in the minority here. I would not recommend this product if you are like me and you think you like the same kinds of things I like. It's very, very popular, and I think it's definitely worth a try. I will not be repurchasing it. It'll be interesting to see how much I actually use it now that I've tested it and gotten my thoughts in place, but otherwise, I'm not going to be repurchasing it, and it's just not one that I would go to, especially in summer when I tend to get, sticky and tacky. So I hope this was helpful to you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. If you've tried it, maybe you had the same experience or a different experience, let us know. I really appreciate you watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this at any point. It really does help out my channel. And in the meantime, I hope you find some time to pamper yourself today. Bye.